It's Ace Lux, and the title of this video, T Banks is a horrible person. At least according to Cynthia.
He is one of the fakest people I've ever dealt with in my life. I'm so serious.
So I'm pretty sure you all have heard about what's been going on. It's all over TikTok. It's all over YouTube. It just, ever since T Banks and his girlfriend broke up, you really can't escape it, man. It's like, I think they broke up over some shorts or something. I might not insert the clip because I have a bunch of clips I have to insert and I'm lazy. But essentially what happened was she was wearing some shorts with the slit in the butt cheek and he didn't like it. Now, a lot of people say he only did it because he was streaming. I personally don't know, because that's not something I would want my girlfriend to wear either. It's okay to wear something short. It's okay to wear something that shows your body, but damn, a slit in the butt. Like, you want your butt cheek, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, to each his own. That's their relationship, not mine. I could care less in retrospect. But now we fast forward to maybe 2 months later, and we have a lot of accusations coming out. We got Cynthia wilding, bro. It really seems like a typical situation of salty ex trying to ruin successful ex's career. The first thing I want to bring up is her consistently bringing up these freaking NDAs, bro. She keeps saying it as if it's like some kind of contract specifically created to cover up abuse.
I signed it to be with him because he threatened me that he was going to break up with me if I didn't sign the NDA, and I wanted to be with my man.
In some cases, I know that is true, that people use NDAs for shit like that, but majority of the time, it's strictly for the protection of the celebrity, because, and this goes for man or woman, if you are of a higher status than the person that you're dating or having sex with, at any point in time, they could turn around and try to ruin your life. And this is where NDAs come into play. It's typically for the protection of whoever the higher status person is. So it's like, she's talking about it as if it's like the whole purpose of an NDA was to cover up abuse. It's like, no, I'm not surprised to hear that he made you sign an NDA. It could be that he saw something in you that prompted him to say, you know what, she does seem like the type that would try to ruin my career as soon as we break up. And what do you know? That's literally what's happening. She's saying that he threatened to break up with her. Now, she's using big words, threatened. When she started the sentence, she was like, I signed the NDA because he threatened me, insert pause. And it was just kind of like, bro, once you say he threatened, everybody's ears perk up like, wait, he did what? Because even me, I'm like, he did what? And then you said threatened to break up with you. I'm like, are you serious? I thought you were about to say he threatened you, like I'm about to put the pause on you. Then I would have been on her side. He threatened to break up with you. If you were so scared, right, and so damaged by whatever was going on prior to the NDA, why would you sign it and stay? If these were things that you wanted the world to know about how badly mistreated you were being, why would you stay and sign it? You could have said, all right, well, we're just gonna have to break up because I'm not about to sign this and let you abuse me and get away with it. That's what any logical person would have done. So I just find it extremely convenient how now that he's not financially supporting you anymore, now that 2 months have went by and you're realizing, damn, I have to pay for my own hair, my own nails, or, whatever the case is. I don't know what the arrangement was, but we know she wasn't really contributing much financially, which is fine. T Banks makes more than enough money. It's really annoying to hear her continuously use that angle. Like, he made me sign an NDA.
This shit is not cool. This man literally made me sign an NDA.
As if we're gonna be like, oh my God, an NDA? Oh my T goddamn Banks. No, bro, it makes perfect sense, especially seeing how you moving now. Then she tries to say that she never felt safe in the house with him. Not never, I don't want to misquote her. There were times to where she didn't even feel safe around him. T goddamn Banks out here making the heads feel unsafe. It's the same thing as before. I'm not saying this doesn't happen. I find this annoying because there are women that are really going through this, bro. That's why I'm irritated. There are women that are really in these predicaments. No NDA. They just have nowhere to go and they're stuck with an abuser. There's people really going through that, and because you're salty about a breakup and the fact that you're no longer financially getting supported, you're gonna pull that angle. If safety was an issue, if it had got to a point where you felt unsafe around him, once again, what were the only benefits of staying? Financial. That's it. And that's what makes it very hard to take anything she's saying serious, because for someone who's going through all of this, self-respect would say, you would have been left. If he made you feel unsafe, you would have left a long time ago, because why not? This isn't one of those situations where you don't have family. This isn't one of those situations. She's right back at her family's house. She had somewhere to go right away. It's not like there's like this. Why, once again, I don't want to keep sounding like a broken record. There are women that literally have no way out, no escape. And I feel for them. You had ample time, ample opportunity. You stayed because whatever you're talking about wasn't that bad, and it was definitely not worth giving up the bag. This is just the truth. Call me what you want. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody speaking on it because I feel like people are afraid to get canceled. I'm I already get no views, so I don't give a shit. Cancel me. But that is ridiculous to me, man. Then she goes on to say that every chance he got, he embarrassed her, and that's who we're protecting.
Oh, y'all are protecting this man that literally embarrassed me and made me look bad anytime he got.
I'm like, you know what, Cynthia, this is one of those times where I actually can to some degree agree with you, because when I would watch some of those clips, I would feel a little cringy. I'd be like, damn. Like, he'd say things like, well, you're broke, you have no money, right?
Anyway, so what I was saying was this. So what we're going to do is this.
Last therapy session because you need it.
When's the last time you had an ACH deposit into your bank account? So anyway, so what I was saying was this.
When was the last time that you were an asshole?
When's the last time you applied for your driver's license? So anyway, so what I was saying was this.
Last time that you had issues in there.
When's the last time you went to a job interview? So anyway, so what I was saying was this.
When was the last time that you had a manager? Because I think you need one. Because I don't know if it's working.
When's the last time you had 100K over views on TikTok without my face in it? So anyway, so what I was saying was this.
When was the last time that you weren't on my dick? Because you clearly are on it every day.
When's the last time you spent over $1,000 in one day? So anyway, so what I was saying was this.
A lot of people have never done.
Now, hold on, before you say that's a horrible thing, she also made those types of jokes. There were certain times where I would see clips that even I would find so cringy that I would be like, damn, I wouldn't say that. But then on the other hand, I've also been in relationships that were just like that, where I know from the outside looking in, it would sound like we hate each other and like we're, verbally abusive, but we just have that type of bond. It's not like she wouldn't respond. And I'll tell you what, that seemed to have just been their dynamic, because more times than not, I was laughing. All of us was laughing. To be real, it always came off more healthy than unhealthy. It never really reached a point where he was calling her out her name or she was calling him out his name, or like, was getting super disrespectful. Well, I'm not about to sit here and, you feel me, criticize the way they're comfortable going about shit when I know that I've been in that exact same predicament multiple times and nobody would understand except for us two. So I found it funny. And if she didn't find it funny, why not have the conversation? Because she was benefiting from it too. She made a channel, didn't she? I remember her making a channel. Didn't they make some type of couples channel? And then she started making more content. She was benefiting from it. These are all things that if these were really a problem, you could have said from the jump, yo, I don't like this. I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I don't care about what comes with it. I'm in this relationship for you, not your fans. Why didn't you take that step? You know how respectable that would have been if she did that, and then T-Banks was the one that was like, nah, we need to keep this on the internet. Then we would all be like, nah, T-Banks, you're a lame. But that's not what happened. I find this is going to be maybe an unpopular opinion, but I find this very similar to the Bruce Giacomo situation. His girl really had no reason to try to publicly embarrass him, especially after all the years of what he did for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, Bruce Giacomo was not in good graces at all, so it was way easier to kind of just be like, yeah, well, maybe he deserved it. But when you really look at it, it was pretty messed up. He took care of her for years, and then they break up, and the first thing she does is try to tarnish his name even more while he was already down. And then she's linking banks, she's linking all these people, like, it's the same thing. You're just trying to tarnish your ex's name. I don't know what it is with these people, but it's like engraved in their brain to just become a horrible, miserable person as soon as a breakup happens between them and someone of a high level of success. And it's honestly disgusting. The reason I'm saying person is because it's not one way. It's not just women doing it to men. Men do it to women as well. It's always just whoever is the most successful one, they're always at risk of getting the shorter end of the stick. And it's sick to me. I really think the fact that now she's pulling the I didn't feel safe.
There was a certain time to where like I didn't feel safe there. Like I didn't feel safe.
She's like, he made me sign an NDA. I was scared, crying on TikTok for sympathy. I feel like it really does say a lot about what clout and money can do. Because once again, if you felt all of those ways, you had the opportunity to leave. Unlike a lot of these other women out here, you had that opportunity and you chose to stay. You chose to stay in that predicament and gain all the benefits that came with being in the relationship. And now that all of those benefits are gone, you didn't feel safe. He made you sign the NDA because he was gonna break up with you. He threatened to break up with you. Why would I not break up with you? If I say, yo, we have to sign this NDA just in case. This is like taking a DNA test. This is like when they say, oh, well, if he needs a DNA test, what? If you want closure at all times, right? That's one thing they always say. They want us to give them closure. They always want to be reassured. Now this is the time where he needs to be reassured. This is the time where he would need some form of closure to be like, all right, this is gonna make me feel a lot better going through this relationship, knowing that you won't at one day try to ruin my career, or at least you can't. Because I don't know you yet. Why would I, you want to, oh, just trust me. All right, then I can tell you the same thing. Just trust me. Just trust that I'm going to stick around. Just trust that if you let me kill on the first night, I'm going to text you that same day and we're going to have conversations and I'm going to be on the phone with you. Just trust it. I'm not just going to ghost you right after I get what I want. Like, all of us take preparation to try to protect ourselves. Precaution, my bad. All of us take precautions and make certain preparations to try to protect ourselves. So if she didn't agree to that, that would already be suspicious, because if you really had no bad intentions, then the NDA wouldn't matter. You'd be like, okay, what the hell? So give me the NDA. I don't have any intentions of doing that. I'm not a supporter of abuse in any way, shape, or form. And if I felt or saw anything that showed that she was actually being, but yeah, that she was actually being abused, this video would be in the complete other way and I'd be shitting on T Banks. But that's not what I saw. And as a young black man, I refuse to contribute to tearing him down while he's on his ascend, knowing that even in the videos of her crying, what she's saying doesn't really make sense. It's like you just want people to feel bad for you and stop supporting him. To me, this seems like nothing more than the typical, I can't have my way anymore, so I'm going to ruin his life out of bitterness. But yeah, honestly, I'm glad to see a lot of people not buying into this. It's very surprising. I'm pretty sure on the girl side of TikTok, they're all just shitting on T Banks. It's just straight FT Banks. I wouldn't be surprised, because you know how they are, man. It's like, it doesn't matter what happened, the man is wrong, but I like to be a lot more objective, and I'm seeing a lot more objective opinions about this and responses to this. Seems like a lot more people are actually taking everything being said into consideration, and I love to see it, because normally the internet is just, first thumbnail you see, this is what happened. But that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I haven't done one like this in a very long time, so if you have any tips you want to leave in the comments, anything I could have done better, anything I could add, feel free to let me know. But outside of that, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Audi 5000.